It seems that the casting of Frank Stone has released 3 videos in a span of 8 days. We have a character trailer, a behind the scenes part 2, and 7 minutes of gameplay featuring the prologue. And I haven't even started making the analysis for the developer deep dive because I had to study for entrance exams. I guess I had to postpone that video. Alright, new plan. We will still continue making theories, but for today's video, we will be taking a look at the recent behind-the-scenes interview. After this, we will do the Murder Mill trailer, then the exclusive gameplay from Game Informer, and finally, behind-the-scenes part 1. Let's get into the video. As we are introduced to a new perspective of Cedar Hills, we are given more information about the town and the steel mill's history. According to creative director Steve Goss, the town grew to fruition due to the steel mill's success. However, the mill went bankrupt, likely in 1962, where the events of the prologue took place. Cedar Hills was abandoned, but not forever, as the town got revitalized and rejuvenated. The director might have insinuated that this could be the reason why the town is segregated to old and new residences, as the town's revitalization process was rather dismissive of the old residents' wishes. The director is making this sound like a crucial part of the story. He claims that throughout the game, we will find pieces and remnants of Cedar Hills' origin. Is this one of the main mysteries we will have to gather and collect? I'm referring to the 3 main hint system akin to Until Dawn and the Quarries, where in Until Dawn you must search for 3 main hints which were about the Psycho, the Sisters, and the Miners, and in the Quarry there was the Freak Show Fire, the Hackett family, and the Summer Camp. Here is a developer working on the drugstore level. We know that our main characters will have to decide between the antique shop or the Calhoun pharmacy. If the cursed camera can only be obtained from the antique shop, what will they acquire if we choose to visit the drugstore? Maybe more details about the missing Calhoun son? Will we gather evidence about the Frank Stone murders to make their film more valuable? Yes, vans are cool, even though they're shaky. Let's see how many errors we can find in one of these post-beta footages. Here is Sam Green at the steel mill during the day. Or should I say Sheriff Sam, as that's a sheriff's car if I ever see one. Wasn't he a police officer in the prologue? Didn't he play as some sort of detective? I wonder what's with the change of role. Something severe must have happened in the prologue. The next scene is him entering the steel mill at night. We have seen this section of the mill before in one of the promotional images featured in Steam. Then, we see the crew enter the steel mill. It seems that Linda is going to be the one holding the special camera. Also, Robert's foot here is clipping through the grating. Revisiting similar areas isn't really a new concept, since every game has dwelled on it. That said, I would like this idea to be enhanced as a gameplay mechanic. It would be more immersive if certain areas are closed off for the first visitor and can only be opened when a certain character from a different timeline obtains a key or a tool that will grant access to those locked areas. It would also be even better if closed areas can be permanently inaccessible when a character has died, adding more consequences to your failures. What's with the lighting change in this scene? It's more redder. Maybe it's to give more emphasis on the entity since we know that it will make its presence here at some point in the game, likely in the prologue. Here is a scene of Bonnie calming down her brother Jaime. Is it just me or is the furnace in the background more overgrown? Bonnie, if that's your brother, how are you the least concerned about his death than Linda? This brief clip of the sewers with the broken ladder seems familiar. Oh yeah, this is that one scene from the exclusive gameplay from Game Informer. According to art director Ollie Simmons, the furnace is a key location where most of the disturbing events happen. We can almost see more of the baby basket. I'm convinced that there isn't a baby in there. Here is a developer working on the 1980s version of the furnace. On the computer, this level is tagged as Pursued, hinting that a chase sequence is likely going to happen here. Here is another developer working on the game's lighting technology for the steel mill sewer entrance. You can also see Christine on the very far right. It's awesome to know that they're upgrading to Unreal Engine 5 for the first time. We can only see just for a moment a long list of what seems to be audio files, I assume, likely for the game's numerous settings. We have audio files for an airplane cabin area, country roads, Garant Manor and its many rooms, Sign and Gen, I'm not sure if the first letter is a C, it could be something else, Global, and Hound House Road. Here is a developer working on the theater's sign for Heritage American Presents. Guys, it's hard to make up new intros, please give me a pass. Are we going to visit the theater at some point in the game, or is it just gonna be part of the background? It looks like this developer is working with fog and lightning effects. Are these for when we visit the entity's trials? We've seen a glimpse of the realm in the so-called gameplay trailer. Do you guys know how to read scribbles? Because we need to know what's written on this notebook. I find this billboard very familiar. Where have I seen this one? The next clip confirms that this scene that they're working on is Hound House Road. I've tried to pause the video to clear the license plate. This car is likely Mystery Girl's. We did see her waking up in a car at some point in the so-called gameplay trailer. The plate is too blurry to read, but I'll try my best to match whatever number is on that plate. I'm seeing R831UPS or UP5. None of the American license plates for each state matches the order, 4 characters and then 3 more. However, when I looked at an English license plate, you might see some similarities. Alright, let's discuss more about Mystery Girl. Unfortunately, her name hasn't been revealed yet. Her appearances get more interesting trailer after trailer. We see her waiting outside a manor. Is this the Garant Manor that we've been hearing? The indoors look intricate in architecture and it's old-fashioned as well. There is this awkward diagonal brick wall next to some banisters. The wall isn't even connected to the ceiling. It's almost puzzle-like. I hope that the puzzles in this game are more interesting and varied than the Devil in Me's. I feel like these two photos are the same, but one is reversed. Who is the lady in the frame? The very next scene is interesting. As Mystery Girl opens the door, the lights flicker for a moment. Not sure what that means. And then, we see a display of the twins from Dead by Daylight. I'm confident that they are collectible Easter eggs. Maybe we could find the clown's after-peace tonic in Calhoun's pharmacy. My prediction about Bonnie being the one who guides the crew to the steel mill sewer entrance was debunked, as it is Robert who spills the beans. The film crew tried to make their horror film during the day when suddenly Sheriff Sam catches them and kicks them out. The crew then went to Bomb's burger joint to ask Robert for help. He told them that there was another entrance and they came back to record at night. I guess Bonnie is tagging along just to prank her brother Jaime. I'm assuming Robert knew about the second entrance due to his father, since there will be a point in the game where Robert needs to call his father to rescue his friends. This will create some interesting friction between their relationship, a decision that will bite Robert in the back. I will continue to make theory videos for each trailer before the game officially comes out in September 3rd. And guys, if you find this video helpful, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the Murder Mill trailer. Bye everyone!